about to get serious here!
There's no way it gets to me now.
Alright everyone, JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Israel on channel today. Now today, I'm gonna kind of just talk a little bit more about pretty much part 1 of the festival, because we got some recent buffs and everything in the game, with including Zamasu Zenkai, and then we also got the Goku and Bardock equipment and some other stuff. So I kind of want to talk about that because we kind of have a little bit more of a bigger idea of what we could possibly see for part 1. And yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. You know, we had a couple updates come in earlier this week, but as always, if you're new around here, consider leaving a like on the video and join the channel. It's very much appreciated. So first things first, what updates, what buffs came in this week earlier? So one of them I mentioned before we talked about everything earlier in the video. We have Zamasu Zenkai. Now this guy's really old, he's a really old unit, so it's not likely he's going to be anything crazy with his Zenkai. He's pretty solid for what I saw on some of the showcases and everything. But the thing is, we got him. What does that confirm? Future, because that it doesn't make any sense, right? For them to just give us a Zenkai from Future and then there not be some sort of relevance towards that, because we did get this Shenron as our free-to-play character earlier this month, about a couple weeks ago. So that kind of confirmed that we were going to get something from Powerful Opponent, and this is why everyone's saying that Fuse, Zamasu or Attack Zamasu and Goku Black are going to be coming, because we just got the Zenkai for this guy. So that is one thing that we do know so far. So if Future isn't in part 1, which I would be surprised, it's guaranteed. It has to be part 2, because part 3 is obviously the Ultra. Another buff that we also got was the Goku and Bardock, the first game's originals, the only game original character from Summons in game. They got their unique equip, their personal unique equip. So this equip, this was random. There was no type of buff or campaign buff for games original or anything like that. Normally characters get this on their campaign buff or during the celebration, depending on what the theme is for whichever tag. So I would definitely say that this has something to do with games originals. There's something in there that we're possibly going to see. Hopefully at Chalet. It's a good thing that he's right here on the cover right here. But yeah, hopefully at Chalet, or maybe a tag Shallot and Giblet. We do have a Giblet in the game, I believe, if we want to check in characters really quick. Now we go over here and check in characters. I don't know if, they're obviously considered, games originals. So if we go down here just a little bit to look for their tag. So then we have Giblet, Shallot, and someone else, I believe. But I think we passed it up. Hold up. Yeah, so Giblet, we got him right here. So he is a part of game originals, but these guys are, like I said, they're free-to-play characters. So we don't have any form of, summonable characters. That's what we want. Obviously we have the main protagonist, our main character of Dragon Ball Legends in the story mode, Shallot, with all his different forms over the years. He's also a part of the game originals. But the thing is, that's what I'm trying to put out there. If they're doing the same theme as last year's festival, we're gonna see 2 banners for part 1, because they did it last year with the LF Evolution Vegeta, and then Kaioken Goku with the Beast Gohan banner alongside that. And then part 2 is going to be a game originals character, and then we also recently did get this as well. So I think this is the narrative of them just saying they're pushing it even further out, that we're going to see some form of a Future in here. So if it isn't Powerful Opponent, I'm not going to list all the different characters, but there's definitely, if it just says Weapon Wielder and Future, so there's a good chance there might be a Trunks, maybe a Tad Trunks to Gohan, like I mentioned. Now obviously they never really teamed up the team Trunks and the adult Gohan, but at the same time they can slap game originals on that. So there's a lot of different options when it comes to that. I do think Zamasu is one to come. for, you know, there being a powerful opponent. And this right here, games originals, is somewhere in there, somewhere along the line. But here's the thing, you know, I don't want to drag this out a little bit longer. While we got all these different buffs, these different hints towards games originals, we also have this. I'm sure you guys remember this because I kind of reacted to it. We got this. So we look at this part right here with this guy warming up, and then he shows the back pose. You know, the pose that, you know, UI is infamous, you know, he's very famous for it from the anime. That's the theme. So I think Universe Rep is going to be somewhere in here. And they're kind of trying to throw it off with us with all these different, just these different, you know, things of buffs like Zenkai's, Platypus that they're throwing at us. Because if this was some form of like a mistake, you know, some form of a leak that they accidentally put out there, this would have been taken down by now. We all know that, you know, UI is infamous for being leaked and everything, or MUI, whichever variation of the form, it's always been leaked. So if this is the one time that it has been leaked and they were just actually just hinting at it, yeah, I would say that UI, if it's a UI transforming into MUI, that is very much possible, because we don't have that necessarily in the game. If we look at, go up here and look at, let's say what, Universe Rep. So Universe Rep, I believe, I think I just passed it up. But yeah, Universe Rep hasn't been buffed all year compared to, let's say like GT. GT's been the one that's been the opposite, right? Pretty consistent. We have Ultra UI in the game. We already have that variation, and we also have the LF MUI, and then we also have a well, I want to say it's not a transforming UI if I can find them. It's a revival into UI. So, you know, the only variations that we can look for us possibly getting something out of this is gonna obviously be either an Ultra MUI, which would be for part 3, or a transforming UI into MUI. So those are my 3 options. Those are some of the hints and, you know, updates I kind of want to give you guys a little bit. Also, festival, the reveals and stuff is on the 21st. Now, for some of you, I don't know, because in game for me it says 7 a.m. It is 1300 UTC time, but I could be wrong, right? Because on the website for the database, it is telling us 2200 for me is at 10 p.m. So I don't know just yet, but obviously we'll know as you know, we get closer to the date and everything. But there is about a week left until the festival. That's kind of something I wanted to talk about. I think those are 3 options of what we could possibly see for you know, this part 1. And obviously whatever we don't see for, you know, part 1, there's still a good chance. I still think Games Originals is going to be like the part 2, and then we probably get a dual banner with, you know, like the LF UI into MUI. That would be something cool. And then we get some form of it, either a Tad, Zamasu and Dr. Black, or maybe they get the Synchro gauge where they fuse just like Vegito and Gogeta that we got for the anniversary. So there's a couple things, you know, this wasn't anything too important, just a quick update and giving my thoughts on it, because besides this, I don't see us getting anything else to hint towards it. We might, since we still have like a week left. But yeah, do keep that in mind and everything. But let me know what you guys think personally. And yeah, as always, everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy JB. I'm out.